Have you ever wished you had a complete roadmap? You know, a step-by-step blueprint that could take you from the day-to-day grind all the way to, well, total financial freedom? Today, that's exactly what we're going to build together.
Seriously, just take a second and think about that. What if a paycheck was no longer something you needed? What would you do with all that time? Imagine work being a choice, something you do because you love it, not because you have to pay the bills. That is the freedom we're talking about today. And this right here is such a crucial point. The goal isn't just to be rich and have a giant pile of cash. It's about being free. This whole concept is called financial independence. And this explainer, well, it's the map that's going to show you exactly how to get there from wherever you're starting today.
All right, so every good journey needs a destination, right? Before we take even one step, we have to get crystal clear on where we're actually headed.
You can forget all the complicated jargon for a minute. Financial independence really just boils down to this one simple idea. When the money your assets make is more than your living expenses, you're there. You've done it. It's that simple. It's not magic, it's just math.
So what does that math actually get you in the real world? Well, it gets you these three incredible things. Freedom of time, so you can spend your days exactly how you want. Freedom of choice, so you can follow your passions instead of just a paycheck. And for a lot of people, freedom of location, to live literally wherever you want.
Okay, so we know our destination. Now it's time to figure out our starting point. Every epic journey starts with that very first step. And for us, that first step is all about making a plan.
You know, I think a lot of us hear the word budget, and we instantly think about all the things we can't do. It feels like a restriction. But I really want you to try and flip that in your head. A budget doesn't tell you no, it shows you how. It's the tool that actually gives you control. It's your map, it's your compass. And creating this map, it's really just a simple three-step process. First up, track. You've got to know where your money is going right now. Second, analyze. Take a look at your spending habits. And hey, no judgment here. Just get curious. Does your spending line up with your goals? And third, plan. This is where you take charge. You start telling your money where to go, instead of wondering where it all went.
So, with our map in hand, it is time to build. Look, you can't build a skyscraper on a shaky foundation, right? Same thing here. The next big step is to build your own financial fortress. The very first wall of that fortress is your safety net. Because, you know, life happens. The car breaks down, a surprise medical bill shows up. An emergency fund is that cash buffer that keeps a small, annoying problem from turning into a huge financial disaster that knocks you completely off track. So, what's the first target? It's clear. 3 months of your essential living expenses. We're talking rent, food, utilities, transportation, just the absolute must-haves. Think of it as your peace of mind fund. It lets you sleep at night. Okay, once your safety net is in place, it's time to clear out any big obstacles in your path. And the biggest one? High-interest debt. I'm talking about things like credit card debt. This stuff is like trying to climb a mountain with a backpack full of rocks. It is actively working against you every single day. And this chart shows you exactly why it's so important. Look at the left bar. With debt, a huge piece of your income just vanishes, paying for stuff you bought in the past. But now, look to the right. Once that debt is gone, poof, you get all that money back. It's now yours to command, to invest, to build your future with. It's a total game changer. All right, our foundation is secure. Now it's time to shift gears. We've been playing defense, protecting ourselves. Now we get to go on offense and really start to grow our wealth. Now, this is a really important distinction to understand. Savings is for short-term stuff. Your emergency fund, maybe a down payment on a car. It's all about safety. Investing, on the other hand, is for the long game. It's for our big goal, financial independence. It's about growth. You're putting your money to work in things that can grow a lot over time. And this, right here, is the fundamental shift in thinking. Up until now, you have been working hard for your money. Investing completely flips that around. The goal is to build a little army of dollar employees that work for you 24/7, even when you're sleeping. And how does that army grow? It's all about the magic of compounding. You can see on this timeline, it starts off pretty slow. But the secret sauce is that your earnings start making their own earnings. And that's when things just take off. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, getting bigger and bigger and faster and faster. This is easily the most powerful force on your entire journey. Which brings us full circle. We figured out our destination. We drew the map. We built a solid foundation. And we hit the accelerator.
So let's go back to that destination one more time, but now with a much clearer picture of what it all means.
I mean, this table just lays it out perfectly, doesn't it? Before you hit financial independence, work is something you have to do. Your time pretty much belongs to your boss, and your choices are often limited by how much you make. But with financial independence, every single one of those things flips. Work becomes an option. Your time is finally your own, and your choices are guided by your passions, not your paycheck.
And that's the end game. This is where the whole roadmap leads. It's that massive shift in your relationship with money. You are no longer trading your time for dollars. Instead, your assets are doing the work, which frees up your time to live your life.
So as we wrap this up, let's just bring it all back to this one simple idea. I know, this grand vision of freedom and choices and owning your time, it can feel huge, maybe even a little overwhelming. But the entire journey, the whole thing, it all starts with that one simple but incredibly powerful first step, making a plan for your money.
Your journey to freedom doesn't start with some big inheritance or a lottery win. No, it starts right now. It starts with the very next dollar that you earn. So I'll just leave you with this one question. Where are you going to tell it to go?